What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be back to work on our BMW E30. But before we get started on this car, I want to let you guys know we do have some new merch on the website. We have this shirt right here. It has a pretty cool turbo design on the back. And we also have this Mustang shirt. My brother's rocking it right now from Motorhead. And we are going to be getting back to work on the Mustang. We have ordered a CNC plasma table, and I've actually been doing a lot of computer designing for the car, so stay tuned for that. So now let's get back to work on the E30. So if you guys watched the previous episode, we did get all of this stuff in the front end painted in, and the reason why we're not working on the engine bay right now is because we are still waiting on the engine, and we want to make sure everything fits, just in case we have to do any modifications like cutting or trimming something up. So that's gonna stay just like that. And we also went ahead and built this pretty cool roll cage right here, and we've got the seat just in here. It's not mounted on yet. We just set it in there just to see how everything lines up. And now in today's video, I wanna start working on getting like the carpet ready and maybe some of these panels, get the entire interior done, because I wanna get it done before we do any painting, because after we paint it, if we do end up scratching it or something once we're like trying to test fit something inside, it's just a lot better to get everything done and then we can pull it out. So the first thing I want to do in today's video is go ahead and start working on this carpet right here. I was planning on getting a new one, but I think if we give this thing a nice deep clean, it might work out pretty good because I don't see any tears or cuts in this carpet. So let's go ahead and give this thing a nice clean, and I'm thinking about probably painting it black. I've seen a lot of people do it, and it should work out pretty good because we're not going to really have any foot traffic in the back. It's just going to be a little bit in the front, so we can just throw some carpets down like that, and I think it'll work out. So let's go ahead and give this thing a nice clean. So we got the carpet nice and clean, and it turns out it is kind of faded up right here, and there's some pretty good stains on it that we can't really get off. So what we're gonna do is probably go ahead and dye this carpet probably black. Black would probably be the best option. And we are also gonna go ahead and paint these rear covers right here. They're in pretty good condition. There's no cuts or tears in them. So we're gonna give them a nice paint with some vinyl paint. And there's really gonna be no traffic in the back because there's gonna be no back seats. So I don't think any of it will get rubbed off. So let's go ahead, go to O'Reilly's and grab some spray to clean that and some paint. So we're at O'Reilly's right now, and what we're gonna do is go ahead and grab some of this stuff right here. It's a multi-purpose foam cleaner, use it all the time, really good stuff. Now let's go to the painting section. Do we have vinyl paint? Oh, right here, vinyl fabric. Wait, is that flat or? So now we're at the painting section right here. We're gonna go ahead and grab some of this vinyl and fabric paint right here. I think it's gonna work pretty good on our vinyl panels. So we got about 3 cans. I think this should be enough. If we need to get some more, we'll go ahead and get some. So we're back at the shop. We got the Tough Stuff cleaner. Now let's go ahead and give this thing a deep clean, and then we'll air blow it and start painting it black. Nope. So we got it all cleaned up and we're gonna let it dry outside for a little bit. So while the carpet is outside drying, we're gonna go ahead and get these door panels prepped for paint. And the cool thing is there's gonna be no back seats, so there's nobody gonna be rubbing up all over this vinyl. And I think the paint should hold up pretty good. So let's go ahead and wipe them down and give them a paint. So we got these panels nice and cleaned off. We hit them with a little scuff pad, and then we actually grabbed some wax and grease remover and wiped off all the grease so the paint would stick really nice. Now let's go ahead and spray them in. So we got these panels nice and painted, and man, it just covered it so easy. And we just painted it, and check this out, you can't even peel any of the paint off. It's gonna stick on there really good. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and start spraying this carpet right here. So let's grab some paint and paint it in. So we got the carpet nice and painted, and check this out, it all went on pretty smoothly. I think most of these lines will come out once you just move it around like that. It's just the way the carpet is. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and take out our roll cage and set this carpet in, because we are gonna have to do some trimming on there so we can get it around the roll cage. So we got the carpet inside the car, and it turns out we're not gonna have to trim anything for the roll cage. It's just gonna simply go on top of there. And we also have these side panels installed. And now we're actually gonna be working on this rear panel right here. Here is our old one. It's pretty bad and it's pretty crusty, but it turns out Motorhead actually gave me theirs. They're converting their M3 or their E30 to an actual M3 E30, and it's not gonna use this back panel, so check them out. And what we're gonna do right now is go ahead and disassemble this and give this a nice coat of paint too. So we got this panel all disassembled and we went ahead and sprayed it in. Now let's go ahead and reassemble it. So we got this back panel back together. Let's go ahead and get it on the car. So we got that piece on, and if you guys are wondering why we're kind of assembling the interior, we kind of just want to build everything and then we're going to take everything back out once we go to paint it. We want to just make sure everything fits up before we do that. And the only reason why we're doing that is because this is like a YouTube build. If it was any other build, we'd go ahead and paint it, but we are still waiting on the motor, so we want to paint everything together. Now what we need to do is actually head to Home Depot or Lowe's, and we're going to grab some MDF board and we're going to build a little cover for this back here. We're gonna just put a plate right here. We're gonna leave all this exposed because those designs look pretty cool. So we're gonna go grab a piece of MDF board, cut it out perfectly, and then probably paint it black and wrap it with some carpet in the back, and that'll complete this rear section of the interior. So we just got back from Home Depot. We actually picked up some of this MDF board, and we also got some carpet from one of my good friends. So let's go ahead and start building this rear panel. We want to cover up this area right here. We're going to leave this area right here because it has like some cool designs and it looks pretty dope. So let's go ahead and get this MDF and start measuring it up inside. So we got the MDF set back inside here, and now what we need to do is actually outline these rear, I'm guessing it's the wheel well, and then give it a nice cut right here so this piece fits up perfectly into here. So let's go ahead and do some measuring and get this piece cut. So we got this piece nice and cut out. It fits pretty good inside. And now what we're going to do is trim it down right here. We're going to go somehow along right here because we actually found there's a carpet that goes right here. So we're going to need to paint that a bit later. But let's go ahead and give this another nice trim. So we got this back panel fitting in here pretty good, and I think all we're gonna do is drill some holes and probably bolt it in right here because it's not really gonna be moving, and we might build a bracket in the back. And we also found our carpet right here that's gonna go perfectly back here. We're gonna have to paint it and make it look just like this one right here, but it's gonna fit up like that, fits up perfectly. And then after we do that, we're gonna use this carpet right here to cover up the entire board. What we're gonna do right now is go ahead and paint this carpet and get it installed. So check that out, guys. We got this little carpet in and it fits perfectly up to this panel. Now what we're gonna do is actually cut a piece of this carpet out perfectly to set inside here. So we got this panel back out of the car. Now what we're gonna do is use this spray adhesive and spray it on here, and then we'll grab the carpet and wrap it around it, and then we got the staple gun to staple up the edges. So we got this piece in here. Now what we're gonna do is basically just grab some of these self-tapping screws and just bolt it perfectly to this bottom plate. So check that out, guys. We went ahead and threw the roll cage back in the car, threw the Sparko seat in there, and we also went ahead and put the dashboard and the BMW steering wheel. Let's go ahead and see how the seating position is. I think it's pretty good. It's literally perfect just for me. And then we'll have the gear shifter right here. And then we'll obviously have our drift e-brake somewhere over here. But man, this interior is just coming together so nicely. And we are gonna pull all this stuff out whenever we go to paint the car. We're kind of just mocking everything up just to see exactly how it's gonna fit, just in case we have to buy some more stuff. Because we were waiting on the motor, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be here today. Now let's go ahead and check out the back. We are gonna probably paint this roll cage blue since everything else is black inside the car, and I think it's just gonna pop really good, especially with the outside being blue. I'm not too sure what we're gonna do back here. I'm thinking maybe leaving this blue because it has these cool designs in it, or maybe we'll just wrap it with some that carpet and make it look really nice and clean. So that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. We got a lot of work done on the car, and I'm pretty surprised with how the carpet turned out. I've never painted a carpet before, but we are also gonna throw a little carpet in right here, and I think that's gonna protect it from getting like rubbed off or anything. So there's really not gonna be much foot traffic in there. And also this backing panel turned out pretty good. I've never built one of those before, but that turned out pretty good. Everything lines up beautifully in there. So an update on the engine. We got the engine right here from J&J Auto Wrecking. This is just a little sneak peek. Just take a look at it, and we are going to be installing it in the next episode, so you better stay tuned for that. So if you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and smash the like button. Drop a subscribe if you enjoyed the content you see here, and also visit vTuned.com to get you a hoodie or a shirt. We have some new ones on stock over there, and also follow us on Instagram at vTuned. Thanks for watching.